Hey, what's going on guys? Moab here, and welcome back to Minecraft, and today we're playing on CosmicPvP, and today I'm doing a little bit of an update video here for you guys for some of the things that have been happening in the last few days. So first, let's go over this. We have the Heroic Valentine's Jig Kit. It is now Heroic, yes, and I have unlocked it. I decided to after I saw the chestplate, which comes with Creeper Armor, Deathbringer, Light Overload, Guardians, and Harden. That is next level god stuff, as long as all legendary enchants on there are maxed out. My first one, however, was not maxed out, so I was sad. I hope to get some nice ones in the future and be able to have a couple to sell. But other than that, we do have some other updates. Give me just... Oh, sorry, I had to go sneeze. Okay, other than that, we do have some book enchants changing around a bit. So first we have Skill Swipe. It is moved from an elite to a unique, and then we have Trickster. It is from a unique to an elite. And if you don't know what either of those does, Skill Swipe basically takes XP from your enemies. It came out a while back. I remember when it came out. It came out with one of the G kits, and it was basically a huge fail, to be honest. Skill Swipe never really did anything for anybody, especially since people started dropping their XP on death. And you still didn't get a whole lot of XP from it anyways. And even if they didn't have XP, it was kind of broken because it would give you XP. And then, so it's interesting. And even in duels, you could get XP from them, I remember that. And then Trickster, it allows you, whenever you get hit, you have a chance of teleporting behind your opponent or whenever you hit them. I don't remember which one it is. It is now an elite. I'm going to have to readjust all my PVs now for all this stuff. I know I have a Trickster... When you have when hit, so when somebody hits you, you have a chance to teleport behind them. So that's one of the cool things there. Except for it's going to elite, that's gonna make it maybe harder to get. I don't know yet. I haven't tried grinding, but it's definitely gonna make it more expensive. And then we have Reforged. It is moving from a simple to an elite. It is skipping straight from a simple, going over unique, and into elite. That is pretty interesting there. I can't remember another book that's done that. Skip 2 enchant levels since being released, but Reforge, I mean, people like it. It seems to be good. It basically just heals your sword or axe or whatever it's on whenever you're using it. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting enchant. And we have Rocket Escape. It's going from a unique to an elite. I didn't see this one coming. Rocket Escape has always been a unique ever since it came out, and I just kind of shocked, but it's kind of like a staple enchant now for people's boots, so it'll just look nicer than elite on there. The price won't change any. Rocket Escape is already as high as it is, but it'll definitely be harder to make 100% now that it's elite, because elite is more expensive. And then we have here is the big surprise: Harden moving from elite to ultimate. I mean, I'm not kind of surprised, but I kind of am. It's been elite for so long since the reset. It used to be unique at the very beginning of the reset. Then when they deployed Dust, it was too OP, so they changed it to elite. And it's been a good 5 months. Is that right? 4 months since Cosmic Reset. I can't remember exactly how many months it is. I can't remember if it was in August or September. I feel like it was in September, so that would make it 5 months there. And then yeah, so that's interesting. Ultimate, or Hardened, I mean, is might go up a little bit in price. It's already pretty expensive. They go at ranges. You can sell a book at 100% success here on Jungle, at least, for about $1 mil to 1.5. I've been going around to different planets lately and noticing that prices are a whole lot lower. So I kind of wish I was playing on some of those other planets, especially Pleb this morning. People were selling Tank 5 books that are 80% success for like 20k, whereas here they'd sell for at least 200. So yeah, there's definitely no thing about that. And then Enderwalker, a big surprise, moving from elite to ultimate. And kind of the reasoning behind this is they've now fixed clarity. So clarity always, well, it doesn't always work. It shortens. Hold on, let me read it. It's really interesting. So clarity has had a major buff. Clarity allows only a flash of blindness, provided the level you sport is the same level or higher of the level of blindness you're being affected by. So if you have Clarity 3 on your helmet and somebody has Blind 3 on their sword, then it works. And Clarity 3 also works for Blind 3 and below. This dude's trying to feed me stuff. Go away, bud. We'll fly up here and get away from him. We'll drop right here. Okay. Yeah, so Clarity 2 works for Blind 2 and below. Clarity 1 works for Blind 1. And then this also works for Enderwalker and Endershift. It doesn't completely clear them up, but it effectively mitigates the blindness, as they put it. So that is interesting. So now the Erebus Sandals, which have been trash for a really long time, ever since Enderwalkers got a major debuff and the blindness increased way back when it first came out, when it was an elite then. But now, Erebus Sandals, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, let me pull a pair up. I can have some in my personal vault too. There they are. They come with Gears, Voodoo, Antigrav, Deathbringer, Stormcaller, Endershift, and then Enderwalker. Now these are God Boots. These are next level stuff. You just have to get the Enderwalker max, Deathbringer, Gears, and then you're basically good. I have good Voodoo 6 books. I have loads of Antigrav 3 books. People sell them all the time. Stormcaller is a little bit more rare than some of the other enchants on here, and Endershift is fairly easy. Endershift did not move up this time, however. And then we have 2 books going from Ultimate to Legendary. So first one is Enquiz. Not sure if you guys are surprised about this one or not. I kind of did see this coming. Enquiz is fairly OP, and yeah, it kind of did need to go up to a Legendary, although it was hard to get as an Ultimate anyways. Now it's going to be even harder to get and harder to max out, so this is certainly going to increase the price on swords with Inquisitive 4. That means that my Cosmic Military Blades, as well as my Heroic Destroyer G-Kit Blades, are going to substantially rise in price if I have Inquisitive 4 on them, and I've been waiting for this because the Cosmic Military Blade, since it has Inquis 4, but everything else on it is like, man, it's like, I think the only other good things are Featherweight and Double Strike. It just became like, the price, it started out at 325k here on Jungle, and it dropped, now it's at about, you can sell an Inquis 4 one for about 150k, and that is huge. That is huge. That is 175k difference there. So yeah, that'll definitely be worth my time. It'll also get you more XP when you tinker them now. So I think the price ought to move up to like 350, back around that range, for a Inquisitive sword. And then Sniper moved from Ultimate to Legendary. This is kind of interesting. Let me give you the reasoning behind this. They did give some background on some of the things that they were doing. Some very few books though. Just the clarity. Oh, one thing for Trickster is it will no longer flip you behind mobs, and Stormcaller's damage has been increased. Stormcaller was kind of weak before, although it was a good enchant to have on armor, but now its damage has been increased, so we'll have to do some 1v1s, and I'll show you guys the difference here. So now, back to Sniper, it has received a substantial nerf. It no longer guarantees to proc every time you get a headshot, and the amount of damage that is applied is also nerfed. If you guys do not know what Sniper was, before this nerf, Sniper used to be the God Bow enchant. If you had Sniper 5, you could basically 3-shot someone in full overload, as long as your rage was high enough. Like, if your rage was proccing and your sniper was hitting, you could probably 3 or 2 hit them, because I could get hit in the head with a good sniper shot and deal a ×3 multiplier, and then the rage would also stack on there, and that would drop you down a good 6 hearts, 6 whole hearts. That is ridiculous. Now, obviously, this thing has been nerfed, as I just said, but they say it's still not an enchant to be taken lightly. She still has a mean bite, and especially those MCMO archers out there. With that being said, MCMO, more times you hit somebody in the head, rage goes up, your sniper goes up, as well as your chance for the dizzying blind effect that you get from the archery MCMO abilities. So that makes bows now a little bit less nerfed, or I mean a little bit less OP, a little bit less nerfed. They just got nerfed. Now it's really awesome because now they're trying to even out all weapons across the board. What I mean by that is they also evened out axes. Axes were super OP. If you guys remember when Devour came out, you could 3-hit somebody if you were lucky. And axes received quite a substantial nerf. So, for bleed on axes / blessed, players in the community were saying they wanted a way to negate bleed stacks. So they buffed Blessed so that when it procs, it will negate bleed stacks. Not only does Blessed get rid of all of the negative enchants, Blessed now also gets rid of the bleed stacks that stay on you, which is awesome. That is super awesome for people like me who enjoy using swords far more than I enjoy using an axe. And with that being said, now that the bleed stacks can be cleared, Devour's damage has also been nerfed again. This is amazing. Devour, when it first came out, it was so OP. As I said, it could 3-hit people. Then they nerfed it fairly recently after it came out, and it was still far too OP to for swords to even compete with axes. That's why I made 3 god axes versus my 3 god swords. I hardly ever used axes in my thing. Let me see my MC stats here. So if we look at these, my swords is much higher than my axes, but I started using axes a whole lot more in 1v1s. And that's because Devour's damage was way too high, and now hopefully with this new update, a whole bunch of people are hating on it, because the Devourer is nerfed again, and people don't like when it gets nerfed twice. Especially Crazy Matt. Me and Crazy Matt were talking about it, and he was not happy that Devourer got nerfed. But I certainly am. Devourer is far too OP of an enchant, and now hopefully swords can compete with axes and being able to kill people. Obviously, axes will always be able to break armor faster, because Demon Forge could never match a axe's natural ability to break armor, but now swords have a chance to lifesteal away and trap and featherweight and double strike people and deathbringer them to death before they can break your armor. So that is awesome. Now we have a couple more little updates here for you guys. So we have Ragdoll. Ragdoll has been nerfed. If you guys have been watching Wolf's videos recently, you can see him launching up to the warp in one of them from Ragdoll activating. Obliterate, its knockback has been nerfed. Then we have Healing. Anyone who sent you a true/ally request will no longer get the healing effect, because that was a thing. So if you were neutral to somebody and you were fighting them and you saw they were using healing bow, you could send a true/ally request. So you could either F-truce them or F-ally them. They didn't have to accept, but you would get the healing effect, and it would happen. Epicness that came out with the April Fool's Day prank G-Kit last year now can only be heard by your enemies, which is awesome, because it used to go to everyone, and that was really annoying. And now we have two more things actually. We have Divine Immolation. Divine Immolation no longer removes potion effects, as that was a bug, and a little surprising thing about it is its damage has been buffed. That's right, the God Enchant, the Soul Enchant, Divine Immolation, is now stronger. Soul enchants are meant to be out of this world, but let's not make it ridiculous, right? So what they're saying is this soul enchant's supposed to be super OP, but they're not supposed to remove potion effects. And now for the final thing, they have a /lag command to show you your ticks per second, or TPS, on the server. And that is pretty cool for those who cannon, so that they can see when they should get some issues with cannoning, because you can basically watch your TPS and see if you are going to need to not shoot, wait to shoot, something like that, because something could go wrong with your cannon when the server is trying to update itself to the most recent timestamp that it has, which basically means when the server sees that itself is in lag, it will try to adjust for it, and now the /lag command will show you whether it will try to adjust soon or not. So I hope you guys did enjoy this little update video. I haven't done one of these in quite a while. I'm looking forward to doing more of them when new G-Kits and things and such come out, and G-Kits get updated to heroic I should have done one for the past couple of Rogue G kits because that would have been really cool, especially with the Cannoneer G kit. I did kind of do one with that where I did 1v1 Madigan. I do not remember if that ever got uploaded. I will have to check on that one, and if it didn't, I will redo that, and then I'll also find people who have the new G kits and we can 1v1 with them. I can talk about them if you guys would want that. So please leave a comment down below telling me if you guys would want to see some more update videos like this whenever Cosmic does some changes or things like that. It's kind of easier for you guys to go back and access these videos because that's what basically this is for. It's like a database trying to keep everyone and everything up to date. So if you guys ever have questions or anything, you can go back to these videos. I'm also thinking about doing a little book video where I basically go over all the books, everything that they do, even though it shows it on the books. Some things are a bit confusing, and then I do have the soul enchantment books, which would be nice to go over since not a whole lot of people know everything that they do, especially Nature's Wrath, which I do believe has received a buff recently. They just didn't post anything, and my reasoning behind that is I was 1v1ing, well, I wasn't 1v1ing, I was fighting an Ice Plains. I don't know if I have some footage. If I do, I'll insert it here for you guys. And I was fighting Pokemaster, and he has a derp. When you warp into Icy Plains, he has a derp very near to it on a hill. We've blown it up a couple times, and things like that. And so basically, we were fighting him outside of his derp, and pretty much every other time that I hit him, his Nature's Wrath would activate, and it would trap me, shoot me with a bunch of lightning, and make this weird squeaky noise effect. It was super cool because I'd never seen Nature's Wrath work on, like, I've never seen Nature's Wrath in person, and like to have it work on me, that was pretty cool. It was an interesting experience. He didn't attack me while I was Nature's Wrath, otherwise he probably would have killed me, because Nature's Wrath does do a serious amount of damage. Because it does take out a lot of souls. I think it was 20 souls that it takes out. I don't know, I'll have to check on that. But yeah, it did drop me down 6 hearts on the initial lightning strike, and then every lightning strike afterwards just gives you paralyzed. The paralyzed effect, because it sticks you straight where you are stuck, and then it sticks you straight where you're stuck. And Wim was there with me too, and so Wim was getting hit by the Nature's Wrath, and it was pretty interesting. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing a little video on the enchants as well. It'll show their max levels too. I'll see if I can get one book of each with max level. It would have been nice to start doing that earlier because I did have a Drunk 4 book, but I did, however, YOLO it, and it did fail. It was like 36% success or something like that. So let me know if you guys want to see that as well, and I will talk to you guys next time. Until then, see you guys later. Peace.